Hello, truckers. A good Friday to one and all. We are back. An American Truck Simulator. We're in somewhere in Montana, and I've already got a external contract picked out for us. You can see in the upper left-hand corner. We're actually in Laurel, Montana. We're going to Omak, Washington. And yes, it's an external contract. Figure we go to Washington because, well, it's been a while since we've been there. Hello, John, Farmable, Clemenza, welcome. And everyone else lurking in chat. Yeah, so today we're going to go up to Washington and see where we go. It is 3:30 in the afternoon, so I figured we'd just take the load, drive for a while, let Cindy pick out a rest area somewhere, then we'll go to the next morning. We are sitting at, how much money do I got? 111,000. I think I said I need like 150 or 160 to buy another truck. And if I'm not mistaken, the St. Louis garage, we did upgrade that, right? Yes, we got 5 spots, and we've only taken 3 so far. So maybe today we'll buy ourselves another truck for the St. Louis garage and get another worker on the go there. We shall see, but as saying, getting on the go, we need to be getting on the go here. Your trailer is ready. Let's go ahead and go there. Let's see. How am I doing on fuel, Cindy? Cindy, is there a fuel spot on the way over there? Is there a fuel? No. Well, we'll try to fuel up somewhere along the way. Let's see. Park and brake. Let's turn that off. I think she's ready to go. Actually, I have no idea which way is out here. To the right. If you don't know which way to go the right way. So again, hopefully everyone's had is having a good Friday so far. Roll on out of here. Hello, Double Shot. You're in Montana in real life. Well, Montana is a big state. So, I mean, even though we're in the same state, I know you said in real life, I may not even be anywhere near close to you, actually. Been to Montana once, a long time ago. So we're going down to Exxon Mobil to pick up a tanker of something. Have no idea. You know me, at some point I just get to a situation of I'm looking to go to a certain area. Don't really care what the load is. As long as it's going that way and I'm earning money doing so, I am a happy trucker. Must be the speed limit's only 25 through here. It is. I mean, you may say, well, there's a fuel depot right in front of you. Yeah, but that's not for trucks, apparently. Those prices for fuel might actually be kind of close. Have no idea what fuel prices are like in Montana. Man, only 25. Guess I'll set the cruise control for 25. See how our other driver's doing. So yeah, we'll drive to about 7 o'clock. So we'll drive like another 3 hours in game time. We'll pull over, find somewhere to rest up. Maybe after I pick up this trailer, we'll look at the map and see where we can find a rest area for the evening. I say rest area, I'm just going to get into dev controls and fast forward to 6 a.m. Alright, speed limit's now 35. Man, 25 just seems like you're crawling. Hello, Mr. Train. How you doing? Speaking of trains, I did release an episode of Transport Fever this morning. And I put in more trains. ExxonMobil is here somewhere. Where's the entree? Entree is a little bit further down. Where is my trailer? Oh, there it is. Did not see the white cone. See what we got when we hook up here. For some reason I want to say it's either ethane or gasoline. Not neutral. Reverse would be good. I'm probably going to guess at this point maybe gasoline. Alright, let's see what we got here. It is gasoline. Okay, let's look at the navigation. Like I said, we got about 3 hours. 8 o'clock, I think, is when it gets dark. I would like a rest area with a fuel station, which would be good. Well, that's just a rest area. Wow. Is that 3 hours away, or what is that? That's 3 hours and 58 minutes. So I'll put us at 8 o'clock, which is just about when the sun sets. So I think we will mark that. Actually, let me go ahead and just not mark that, but I'm going to mark that. All right, we got a place to get to. Let's roll out of here. How much does this weigh? 52, almost 53,000. So it's a little bit heavier than your usual load. This should be the way out. They want you to circle around. I could have just taken a hard right-hand turn and came out, but you can see the arrows. I try to follow the arrows once in a while. We'll follow the Burger King trailer. So we'll get up on the I-90 westbound. And yep, we're going to be traveling through, of course, Montana, because that's where we're at. Through Idaho, and eventually into the northern Washington. And where we go from there, who knows? Do I dare go to California? Maybe we will, maybe we won't. Freeway entree. Not going to be as a scenic route as I took in Sunday's episode, where I was taking some state highways to get to Laurel. Got to see a waterfall and some other good scenery along the way. Interstate-wise, probably not as great scenery, but still. Been a while since I've been on I-90 westbound up through here. So 65 miles an hour with external contracts. Yep, that's our max speed. First I could get up to 65 though. Alright, put the old cruise control on. Shouldn't have to worry about traffic too much because I'll be the slowpoke. It says speed limit is 70. And we'll see what happens. Hopefully when I get up in the morning, it won't be raining. Been having that issue here in the ATS recently. But I think in the last stream we had last week, when I checked my settings, I found out my settings was up to like 25% chance of rain, which is kind of on the high side. I mean, I don't mind rain in game. I don't need it raining that often. Did I enjoy my day off yesterday? Well, I mean, I didn't stream yesterday, but I did record. Recorded tomorrow's episode of Penye. And I did some other games where I had to do some in-between episode stuff. But yeah, I did get caught up on a few things, getting some real-life stuff done. Had to run to town to get a few things. Take care of some things around the house. It's getting to be that time of the year where spring is starting to, well, spring around here. So I hope to get outside and do some outside work in the next week or so. I'm hoping later on tonight, if I see how I do, kind of would like to get a lot of Penye's episodes that will be out next week recorded today. So next week I won't have to do as many recordings. It's been, I can't really remember the last time I actually did not in a day either stream or record. I really can't think of a day the last time where I didn't actually record or stream in a day. So I really haven't had a full day off from doing stuff like that in a long time. Yeah, life happens. Life definitely happens. Hello, Farmer G. Welcome. But at least the one thing about recordings is I can do that whenever. Time-wise doesn't matter, or if I decide I want to take a break, I can just pause, get up and walk around, or do other things for like a half hour and get back to it. Streaming would not go too well if I all of a sudden said, I'm going to pause for a second, sit here and stare at the screen. I'm going to take a half hour and just roam around the house for a little bit. Doesn't quite work when you're streaming to do that. And since I'm streaming this today, I'm not sure if I'll have an episode of ATS on Sunday, or not yet. We'll have to wait and see how it goes. Welcome to Montana. Wait, what? I was in Montana. Why am I getting a welcome to Montana sign? Why was there a welcome to Montana sign there? Just randomly, I saw like I'm not anywhere near a state border or anything. That's interesting. Welcome to Montana, and I'm not anywhere near a state line. You had to mow many lawns yesterday? Rewarded yourself with a beer afterwards. I mean, you could always reward yourself with a beer afterwards, lawns or not. That's something I need to get done over the weekend, I think, is start charging up the battery on my mower. Because it hasn't run since, like, last October. They get ready for doing some yard work this upcoming week. If the forecast holds up from what they said, and I'm a little bit nervous about it, although it sounds great. Sometime next week, I think we're supposed to be in the low 80s. Which, if it was midsummer, that sounds nice, but when you've been coming from winter and you hit 80s for the first time since probably last September, it's going to feel like I'm sitting on the surface of the sun. So in about another hour in game time, which should be somewhere near a rest area. Looked at the new map, Sunshine Forest. Also has the peat. Seem to have gone from extreme to the other. Are you saying Sunshine Forest, the peat is not worth as much? I was actually looking at two maps yesterday. Kind of getting set for leaving Riverview. Starting to look at some maps out there, and like I said, I got a couple of ideas of what I want, wouldn't mind doing. It's just a matter of, finding a map and then taking the map and the ideas I have and which ideas I want to use. So the price is that much cheaper? I have no idea how to even do peat. Or how peat is even treated. But hopefully this upcoming weekend I'll get a chance to start looking at more maps and start thinking about what to do after we leave Riverview. Riverview, we probably just maybe got one more stream left on Riverview, and that's going to be it. At max, 2 more. I guess it all depends on how fast I get through the harvesting. But I was talking about in the stream on Wednesday that for harvesting on Riverview in October, I may lease a combine. We'll have one combine do sunflower harvesting, the other one doing soybeans. And we'll probably rip through the fields pretty quick. Alright, my rest area should be coming up. think we're near Butte, Montana. I think I can see Butte on the GPS. Way station, 1 mile. Go for it. Yeah, pull me in. That's fine. I think the way station. Oh, wait a minute. Is the way station? Wait, is the way station in the middle? Where is it? All right, so I got to pull into the way station. Then after the way station is where I got to go for the rest area. Actually, yesterday when I was driving into town, this is when you know you play video games way too much, maybe. So I was driving in town, and as I was getting to town, of course, the speed limit drops a little bit. And as I let off the accelerator, I reached over to my right to where currently my shifter is, trying to hit the button for using the Jake brake. It's called muscle memory. Oh, not quite there yet. I mean, I do have a pickup truck, but my pickup truck does not have a Jake brake on it. And a rotary, I do like rotaries in real life, but when people don't know how to use them, it gets scary. Gotta check every entryway to make sure no one's gonna be ramming into you. $3.41 for diesel currently in Montana. So on I don't know how to pronounce that. Is it Tassie or Tassie Farm? You had one load, 400. 45 liters of pee collected, got me around 300K. On Sunshine, I got 8K. It's similar to cutting grass and making hay. The tools are just different. We'll see on the next series. I'm trying to get away from doing grass work a little bit. Actually, you know what? Let me leave the parking brake. No, definitely got to drive through. I was going to say just fast forward to morning. But let me get out of the fuel area so they deduct the fuel out of my income. And yeah, we're just going to go ahead and fast forward time here. G set time to 6. It's a Monday, so it should be Tuesday at 6 a.m. There we go. And we're up to $128,000 now in the bank account. Ah, must be that truck on the right-hand side honking his horn at me. All right, we're on our way. We're moving. Oh, nope, that's not the right one. Next one. That's what happens when you turn off the barricades and you can't see what road is which that you should be going on. Street signs would have been a good giveaway, but who reads street signs? I mean, I'll probably have a look at that that map anyways. Because even though Pete may be on the map, doesn't mean I actually have to do it. But the thing is, it'll be there, and if I want to give it a try, we can. Of course, also, because I didn't stream yesterday, we didn't get a chance to talk about it, but now we know precision farming is coming out on the 8th of May. So, about 10 days away for that, right? Somewhere around there. 10 days to a week, a couple weeks. The company didn't really earn a whole lot of money when we slept through the night, or fast forward to the night. Although it was like a stream, maybe it was last stream, not last episode, but last stream, where the drivers raked in a lot of cash. So it could be another day or so before we see that again. After we're all on 2 to 3 day trips, it'll take every 2 to 3 days before we see a lot of cash come in. On Sunshine Forest, you have to work hard for it's the best map for Pete at the moment. I may actually have to watch on how Pete is done just to see if it's that interesting. Hello, farmer. Welcome. Hope you're having a good Friday. I remember the same kind of a thing talking about Pete and FS25 on a map being a little bit too OP, but I remember on Oceanside Forest, even on hard economy when I was selling wood and such on that map for the first time, I saw the price of wood was like triple or quadruple of what the base game was. So I had to put down my own sell point to lower the cost. I get where some people like to see the big numbers coming in and, you know, seeing how much money the farm can earn. I kind of did, like more recently on the same thing on Penye. I know most people left comments were kind of upset that I got rid of the goats and the dairy production and where I was making all that money. I don't like making a lot of money extremely quick early on. Because to me, it's just how fast you want to progress, and sometimes it's just way too fast for my liking. But we all play the games differently. Just riding this guy's butt is all I'm doing. For those just tuning in, we left at the stream. We were in Montana. We might be in Idaho at this point, and we're headed towards Washington. which is in the northwest of the U.S. We'll be there somewhere around 2:30 in the afternoon. And then we'll just go from there. Yeah, better not blink because I'll probably go through Idaho rather quickly if I haven't done so already. Maybe when I was reading chat, I may have missed the welcome to Idaho signs. Hello, Panther. Good Friday to you. One thing I'll say about streaming ATS today and seeing the billboards, I did have a snack before the stream, so me getting hungry while reading billboards should not happen today. St. Regis. Wait, am I in Washington already? Oh no, we're still in Montana. We're still in Montana. We're all set. As I said, it's been a while since I've been in this area of the country. Seems like it's been a while. No, there was no stream yesterday, Panther. Way station up ahead. Where are the signals? Give me the green light, please. No, they want me to go in, and way station looks like it's in the center on this one. I like how the signs there say way station on the left. If I was in the right-hand lane and saw that, by the time I saw the sign, it'd be a little bit too late. Have a good day, sir. I think I'll just follow where that truck went. This kind of sucks. I gotta look at the blind side. Yeah, just drive right on out there. That usually works best. Then mosey on over. We are hauling gasoline. We got like about 53,000 pounds of it. Only 55. I'm just gonna let gravity do its thing. Welcome to Idaho. Idaho. Every time I say that, I only hear one thing. I'll let your mind figure it out for yourself. Loan payment. Hello, Crystal. Welcome. Helicopter up in the sky. I think it's on the other side of the road. That usually means there's an accident over there, and yes, there is. Hello, Liz. Welcome. Yes, as for Farming Simulator, probably do Riverview on Monday. And if everything goes well, it might be the last stream for Riverview. And then, yeah, I was trying to figure out what to do because with Precision Farming not coming out until the 8th of May, yeah, I'm not sure. But then, even if I pick a map and Precision Farming comes out, then the map is going to have to get updated for Precision Farming. Unless some maps may already have it on them. Because a lot of them are remakes from 22. But I think there are a few things that got changed. No, I shouldn't say changed. Got added to Precision Farming. Something about oilseed radish. You get a bonus from using oilseed radish. Not just adding fertilizer when you cultivate it back in. But hopefully I'll get a look at it maybe over the weekend. It's going to be a busy, busy weekend for me. I say weekend. Every day is the same to me, it seems like. Weekends don't have that same meaning. Another way station. Do not pull me in for a third time here in a matter of like 20 minutes. I feel like they're going to pull me in. Of course they are. Oh, there is a line waiting here. I wonder if we ever get those drive-through inspections that... I know they got some here in the States. I don't know if they have them over in Europe where you can just drive on through. And of course you got infrared sensors and all that kind of stuff that check out things. Alright, you want a drag race, do you? Or play chicken? Yeah, you're gonna let me go first. I thought so. Look at that. My money is at exactly 128,000. 128,000 even. Even Steven. Oh, I am taking this exit apparently. Hamburgers, 99 cents. Must be like real miniature hamburgers. Well, GPS is saying I've been through this area before, so... I can't say I remember coming through here. So we are in Spokane, so I missed a sign that said, "Welcome to Washington." What's the speed limit here? Oh, speed limit's only 30. And we just went by a cop car. Must have not been a real cop car, or they were on break because did not get a ticket. Oh, a Volvo dealership. Another thing about Tossie and Sunshine, starting from scratch, they still give you all the vehicles, and they're substantial. Yeah, but nowadays it's probably hard on console. I don't play on console, so I'm not sure. But just sell everything, and then something like Power Tools or edit XML file, and put your money at your money wherever you want it at, I suppose. I think the truck that just passed me, that's the one I cut off at the last way station. Almost looks like the front half of a Tesla truck. Almost. Looks like I'm going to cut off that trucker once again. Not only get over once, you got to get over twice. Our speed limit is 60. Overall, how much am I getting? This job, I'm getting paid $4,800 for it, so not too bad for, I would say, a short journey. Again, what town am I going to? Oh yeah, Omak. So we'll keep our eyes open for a sign to say Omak. And going to ExxonMobil. Wonder if I'll be delivering right to a gas station. Done that a couple times. They're most going that way. We are going where this car is going, apparently. Not much traffic going on in this town. Alright, well, Omak is not even on that billboard. Just 100 miles to go, though. Ooh, there's a train on a bridge as I'm going over a bridge. There we go. Omak, 92. And I got 93 miles. Oh, better downshift even more. Looks like I'll be doing a lot of S-turns here coming up. Well, looks like a lot of S-turns. Maybe it's not really that much of an S-turn. Guess I could call it an S-turn. A weird shaped S, but be on the lookout for Bigfoot. I hear he lives in this neck of the woods. Speed limit 50. No, it's hard to say. Is it 50 or 60? It's 60 through here. But this guy is going, I don't know how fast they're going, but not fast at all. I'd like to have to put up a sign there. Do not pass. You think? But they put the sign there for a reason there, because that means someone probably tried to do it a couple times. And the town was like, you know what? We need to put a sign here. Not that's going to stop the people that were doing it to begin with. Not sure what that trucker did over there, but they got a couple of cops over there investigating what they're doing. Alright, we are just about there. Hope that it's not like a one freight town, meaning I hope there's more companies here than just ExxonMobil. Yeah, it looks like I am going to a gas station to deliver this. Omak Plaza. Where am I going with this load exactly, though? I haven't seen it yet. Oh, wait a minute. Around out back. This is kind of a weird parking thing. Good enough. Park and brake, turn off the engine, and decouple. Hello, Scott. Welcome. Hope you're having a good Friday. Current company job offers, because we can go right from here with something that'd be good. There's nothing here. All right, what do we got in town? Or wait, I think it's still for that one company. Let me have a look at the world map, actually, see how close we are. So we're in Omak. And basically we got... I'm not sure if this is actually a company or I just got to deliver there, because I don't see where it says ExxonMobil. We got Dollar General and an ADM in Omak, and that is it. Well, there's one to Missouri, Montana, Idaho, Yakima, Washington. That's like south. Is that a special delivery? It's a beet harvester. It's not that far of a delivery. I mean, maybe why not? Sure, why not? I don't think I've delivered a beet harvester in ATS. Is that trailer? No, trailer is removed. So, I mean, we're here. Might as well top off with some diesel. $4.43 for diesel in Washington. Didn't we just pay like $3.80 in Montana? I am using the realistic fuel prices mod. And they usually update that every month. So this is like current prices. Alright, let's get going and pick up this load. I don't think it was a special transport. I didn't look at the categories too much. I was just kind of looking at the load and thinking, I don't think I've delivered a beet harvester before. I hit the wrong button. Hit the park and brake button of all things. This is where it is kind of nice to go through small towns every once in a while and just enjoy actually the scenery. Just think someone at SES at one time was sitting at their desk and making out this map. Putting down all this stuff. Don't know why I just had a flashback. I do believe, whoops, I delivered to this place in a winter time, maybe a year ago, or maybe 2 years ago, but I'm having a flashback with this all being all snow covered for some reason. Oh, wait a minute. And I think I took a big load like this out of here, and I had a hard time getting out of one of these exits. I think the place I just came in is where I need to go back out and not go out that way. Because I think when I get to the top of the hill turning back on the asphalt, my truck could not do it. So I'm going to try to go out the way I just came in. Alright, so on the other side of the building apparently. Oh, there it is. Almost looks like a production building in Farming Simulator 25. Like a glove. How much does this weigh? Oh, only 65,000, so it's not that heavy. I mean, it's heavy than your normal load, but it's not extreme either. I wonder if we can get a good photo leaving here. Let's see if what kind of a photo shot we can get while leaving the entrance. Yeah, it's not really the greatest. But we'll take one while we're there. Is that the Ropa beet harvester? Again, I'm coming out this way because I had a flashback of trying to go out the other way. Last time I was here with a big load like this, and the truck could not get traction going from the dirt to the asphalt. And I can't just teleport because this is an external contract. Yeah, the ground is much flatter here, so I think this will work out just fine. I think when we go by the other exit for this company, you'll see that's on a steeper hill. Do I want to stop somewhere and just sleep till morning? Because I'm not going to be there until 9 o'clock, and that'd be driving in the dark. I think we can do that. Yeah, so we're coming up on the other exit for this company, and I can see it's more of a hill. And I'm trying to remember coming out of there. I think it was a transition on that steep hill. I think all the weight behind me still on the hill in the truck trying to level out. I just didn't have the traction. All the weight was being lifted off my rear wheels, and I couldn't get out of the exit. Should be fun. Gotta take two 90-degree right-hand turns almost back to back. I'm going to take up both lanes here because I need to turn wide. And I'm not going to turn right on red here because technically I'm not in that right-hand lane, so they may give me a ticket if I turn right on red. Good, no one's sitting here to turn, so I can take up both lanes. I had plenty of room around the corner. Let me just quickly look to see, is there a rest area along the way? If not, there is not the garage. I don't think I want to go in there too much. I may just deliver through the night. I say through the night. It'll be like an hour. Yeah, maybe we'll just deliver right to BNSF. And then that way we can start the morning nice and fresh. It's only 180 miles, but with this big of a load, if I have to slow down, it's going to take me a while to get back up to speed. And of course, also with our articulated trailer system that we got, the drop-off point should be just a pull in and drop off. We shouldn't have to back up for anything. Which I was kind of disappointed for delivering that gasoline, because that was a just pull in, kind of a straight deal. Yeah, speed limit is 60. I'm going to do 65 just to try to make up a little bit of time so I'm not driving too much in the dark. Ooh, one of my drivers is spotted 10 grand. Might be buying a truck when I wake up in the next morning. Not for myself, but for a driver. Forgot to have a look to see if how we're doing on the Cruisin' Missouri events going on as a community. I mean, we still got over a month and a couple weeks to get it done. I mean, last I checked, we were, I think, near 100 million miles out of the 150 or 125, whatever it is. Not that I can help out right now because we're nowhere near Missouri. Must be taking a popular truck route. 2 trucks coming off, 2 trucks going on. Oh, 96 mil? I thought we were that close a couple days ago to 100 mil. Maybe it was actually yesterday I looked. I don't remember when I looked. Yeah, it might have been yesterday I looked because I was thinking, well, I was going to stream today. Yeah, about 160,000 is what I need to buy myself a truck for the St. Louis garage. And I'm going to bring in, how much am I bringing in? 1,300. Come on, you two. Momentum is the key. I need momentum. And you guys are killing me. Oh, goody, a weigh station. They're probably going to pull me in anyways. Because I haven't got a green light yet today on a weigh station. I mean, I guess I gotta look at the positive side. I'm just barely getting on the interstate and not really up to speed, so... And all that just to get off this road anyways. How many trucks are going this way? Quite a few. Wonder if any of them are just going to go straight back on the interstate, or are they all actually going to turn? We got a line of trucks behind us too, taking this off ramp. Kind of looks like a convoy, except for that U-Haul van. That guy does not belong. And that SUV. Not one car came through to get on the on-ramp until it was my turn, and then a cop car comes around the corner. Wait, that truck got off just to get right back on going the other direction. to drive alongside this riverbed for a while, I think. Another little waterfall. I shouldn't say a little waterfall. It's a decent waterfall. Yeah, I think I'm pretty much committed going all the way through at this point because I'm not sure there's a rest area moving forward. And I'm only 88 miles to our destination. I think I got a line of traffic behind me. But they're just going to have to be patient. Yeah, so I think this was the rest area I was hemming and hawing over, but I think we're going to just go right on through. Just got another hour to go, and the sun is still peeking up over the horizon. I wonder if those are the actual fuel prices. I think I've said this before on the front of a fuel station. Next time I'll have to check. When I go fuel up, see if we can see the prices on the billboard out front. See if they match what I pay. Because if that's true, that'd be kind of awesome that happens. Because it seems like a lot of detail to go into something like that. You think it'd just be like random generalized numbers on the billboard out front for prices. But if it is exactly what you pay for, that'd be kind of cool. Not that we truckers in ATS or ETS2 drive around looking at the prices of fuel. That is a truck coming, but they're giving me room to get on. Yakima. Sounds like something you do during a Saturday or Sunday morning after a night on the town. Yakima. I think the sun is decided to go down. Although it's 9 o'clock, so it actually stayed brighter later than I thought. I actually remember driving way back when in ETS2, so I'm going back to like around 2012, 13. I had a mod for it changed the way the skybox was. Yeah, it made the skybox with clouds in the sky a little bit more orange, like when the sun set or rise, and all that kind of stuff. It was pretty cool. I think I actually may have some of those pictures still up on my World of Trucks profile page. Wait a minute here. Am I going... I think I'm going this way. Yes, I am. Give this cop a nudge. So as I said, this is just going to be like a pull-in delivery, but it's got to get lined up good enough. And if I need to back up with this many articulations in the trailer setup, I'm up the creek without a paddle, because yeah, it's not going to go too well for me. Wait, what am I looking for? Oh, BNSF. That's right, BNSF. BNSF is down here. I think I made it around the corner. Actually, I'm going to go on this side to get in. So I can turn wider. A little bit more forward. There we go. Park and brake engine, decouple. Yeah, we don't need to see the results. Just continue. And drive, and we're asleep through the night. Yeah, I think I'm a little shy on the money. And might as well just go ahead and just go to morning anyways. So it should be Wednesday, 6 a.m. Lovely. We wake up with 180,000, so I think, yes, we can buy ourselves a truck. Truck dealers, and we buy local for the garage we're buying for. So St. Louis is Western Star. Buy online. And yeah, we'll just start with this one here. Chassis wise, 8x6. No, they don't need nothing like that. 6x4 with a 300 gallon. All right, swap it over. 154. I'm giving them a sleeper cab apparently. What does that one do? A 6x2 by 300 gallon. Yeah, they can't really do heavy cargo too well with that one, so maybe we'll go with that. So currently they got a 370 horse. So for a couple $1,000s more, I say we give them a chipped Cummins engine. And then for transmission, they got a 10-speed. We'll give them a 13-speed retarder. And we will just change the color to orange, I think. 163,000, probably not even the same configuration as I had before, but that's fine. We got the money, so. And purchase. Missouri, here. Yeah, I didn't get, they don't even have even sleepers, I don't think, the other two. That's fine. That leaves us with 15,000, which is more than enough for hiring a driver. Andrej? Or maybe it's a fancy way to spell Andre. I don't know. But he's got 2 points in the long distance. And he's got 1 into fragile and time delivery. He might be the one I go for. 2 points in long distance, but you got nothing in anything else. Michael's got 2 points in long distance, but only 1 point in a fragile. And the further I go to the right, the less amount of skill points they're going to have. So it looks like... Where is he? Right here. You are getting hired. Yep, you can go to Missouri to start your career. And welcome to the company, dude. Welcome to Nuts. So now I need a job myself. The question is, where do I go? If I just look at the world map, so we get a rough idea, we're kind of up in the Pacific Northwest. We're in Yakima. But I got a lot of roads, like right here, I have not even been on. Actually, a lot of roads. They've done Southern California over quite a bit. Oh, boy, do I want... let's just see what we got. Let's go external contracts. Little Rock, Arkansas. That's a haul and a half. There's one to Oregon. There's one to San Fran with yard trucks. Or a yard truck. $14-hour. It's at General Mills. Is there anything at BNSF? There is. But that's going to New Mexico. And that's a long drive. That would be a mulcher I'd be driving. A fertilizer spreader, but we just did it articulated. Although that would bring us along the coast. And looks like I have not been to Newport on this profile. I mean, that could be an interesting drive. Let's go ahead and do that one. Uh, 34 miles till we get to the other company, so along the way. If I happen to pass a fuel depot, I may pop on in. Oh yeah, I was going to check, and I don't think about it until it starts raining, what kind of tires I have on this truck. On the way there, let me look at the map. Is there anything along the way? And no. Although there is one over here. Can I get there from here? Next left-hand turn. Because when I bought this truck, the one thing I kind of just skipped over is what kind of tires I have on here. Although I only got 15,000, so if it's too expensive, of course I won't be able to do a darn thing. And while I'm here, I can fuel up also. And we'll try to have a peek to see what the price of fuel is. So it says diesel $4.39. Is that what I paid before? Might be. $4.39, that said. And here it says $4.43. Wait for my driver to get in the truck. Sound only, of course. Alright, customization or configuration. So I just got dynamic tires on there. What is... Oh, where did I go by it? Doesn't tell me a darn thing about the size of the tire. Let me scroll on down. Michelin wide base. I wonder if that's going to be better for traction. And let's see what we got for here. Just scroll on down. And how do those look? Although they got, I don't know what that indication is for. Is that for snow? I have no idea. And of course we'll have to kind of match them up. I think that's good. It's only going to cost me $4 grand. So I can deal with that. I wonder if these tires are going to be any better. Have no idea. While we're here, service and repair all for 200. Yeah, because I don't got that much wear. So yeah, we're all good. We are all good, I think. On any time you repair the truck, you may have to turn all your lights back on. Yep, they turn your lights off, which I don't know why. My wipers got turned off as well. Alright, we'll see what that does. Who put that hedge there? Can't see a darn thing. Alright, I'll see if that makes a difference in the wet weather. I'm not sure I got the correct front tires to match the rear tires, but we're not really looking too much on that, are we? See if I take this corner at high speed, what it does. Oh, that seemed a lot better. Now, it could just be mentally, I'm thinking it should be better. Maybe it's not. But it definitely feels better. Well, let's go grab our load and head to the Pacific Ocean. It does seem like a lot recently. We sleep through the night. Didn't happen the previous morning, but wake up in the morning and it's raining out. Of course, I really know how these tires will feel once I get a load on them and I'm driving around. With all the weight that'll be behind me, pushing me. My GPS has me going around. I think I could have... There was an entrance there I probably could have gone into. Dairy Farmers of America. Oh, that's a big bump. May not want to come over that with this low loader that we're going to have. And just looking for the trailer. Oh, I see the cone. Oh, not going through there. I'm guessing I gotta take the entrance I went by before. And In real life, my truck will be really filthy at this point. Raining, driving in dirt. Yep, just driving around in circles. Oh, nope, nope, nope. Just saw the post going there. That's not going to let me in. Try this again. Hope there's not a post here as well. Nope, don't see one. Somehow I missed this road going up through here. Alright, lock and load. Now the question is, I think the way I came in just now is the way I'm going to go out. Less turns, and I don't want to go over where I entered the first time, over that ramp. Don't think I want to be going over that. Am I going to be able to make this corner with this? As they say, just don't look back and you're fine. I think I hit that road reflector though. What does this thing weigh? It doesn't feel like a weight. Yeah, 32,000. A big trailer, but a average size weight load. And kind of unfortunate, but just as I get going, I want to try these tires out. What do I get? I get to get pulled in the weigh stations. What I get? Turn here, I guess. Yeah, but now with the new tires, I wanted to try it out in the rain. Not going to be able to find out. I mean, my truck's in perfect condition, so they can't say a darn thing. All clear, Cindy? She said yes. So a lot of side roads for this delivery. So again, work our way up to about $160,000, and we'll buy ourselves a truck, the last truck for the St. Louis garage. And then what we'll probably do is start saving up and buying a garage, because now we're going to start, I guess, working a way to having a garage in every state. So I guess we'll look at some states that we don't have garages in and see where we want to buy one. But yeah, gotta buy one more truck for the St. Louis garage first. Yeah, definitely been a while since I've been in this area. Should be there by 3:30 in the afternoon, though. Looks like the last few drivers that brought in loads have leveled up. Gonna say that's a hydro dam on our right. Just makes sense. Well, all the heavy-duty power lines go into a cement dam. Then it might be a hydro dam. Kind of hoping for the next few not rest areas, but way stations, I actually get a pass on them for a change. I can't remember way back when this was part of the coast to coast map. Way station, 1 mile. Way or no way? That's going to be the question. Well, I think my my prayer has been answered. We finally got a green light. What is the speed limit on this road? Just 60? Alright then. It's been a long time since I've been on the coast of Washington. And we'll probably actually, I'm just, you know, we're this far to the West Coast to be kind of ashamed to be out this far and not just go through California. Just to have a look at it again, because it's been a while. Let's see, I'm turning to the left up here. Vancouver. Well, if I had Canadian Pro Mods activated, we could have gone that way, but no, we're not going that way. We're all getting bunched up here and hitting the light. Oh, for me, I thought I hit someone. Nope, that's just a loan payment. And GPS is turning the road yellow, which means I have not been here before. At least on this profile. So I started this profile back when the series started in 2021, the beginning of January, so I'm going to guess this state was out by then. I think Salem is the direction I want to be going in. Seattle's going to be more to the north. So, Portland, Oregon, am I crossing the state line? Probably. This might be a good spot for another photo opportunity. Let's see what we got with Portland in the background. Oh, wait a minute. I got a scenic one of the Fremont Bridge, apparently. I wish we had more range of being able to take photos. So nothing of getting the Portland downtown. I wonder if I have access to, with NVIDIA, to Anzil so I could free roam. Apparently not. Well, I think I got some decent pictures there. Coming over. I don't think I'm going to Astoria. I think I want to stay in the Salem section. Or maybe I'm going to Astoria. So I am merging to the left. Oh, wait a minute. No, 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 no. So that left goes down and under. I hate roads like this. So we want to stay on the right to turn left. If I wanted to turn right, I would need to be in the left-hand lane. The engineers. I'll move over so you can come on over. There you go, dude. Alright, the I-5 southbound, which I know goes all the way down through California. But we're going to be getting off here soon, I would imagine. Because we're going to be taking a side road down the coast. Wait, do I want to... I'm going to go over in this right-hand lane. Although I don't think I'm taking the exit. Got a few question marks over there. I'm kind of waiting to see. Oh, where was that cop? Alright, I'm going to squish you. Sorry. I was trying to get the question marks over there, but they're farther off the road than I thought they would be. Speed limit's only 55 down through here, so I was probably doing over 60 to get myself a ticket. Alright, I'll cruise at 55. And of course, just as soon as I do that, the speed limit... I saw the speed limit say 60, but it still shows 55 on my speedometer. It's almost like I-5 is 55 miles an hour everywhere. Maybe they figure since it's I-5, everything should be 55. Oh yeah, speed limit is 60, but then below that says trucks 55. Now it says trucks 60. But this is our exit coming up. Not that heavy of a load. Hello, White Hammer Gaming. Welcome. Hope you're having a good Friday. Appreciate you dropping on in. Yep, my cargo is still back there. We're hauling a 35,000 pound sprayer. 32,000 pound sprayer, and we're going to Cost Bay with it. Going down the Pacific coast here shortly. 170 miles to go, which is not too far. And we're almost back up to 30,000 after buying that truck for our St. Louis garage. What steering wheel brand do I recommend? I really don't recommend. I mean, there's good ones out there, but I'm not going to recommend any because I haven't bought a wheel in like, well, 10 years. I'm still using my G27 steering wheel with 8-shifter and pedals, and it's worked great for me in the past. But John knows his steering wheels. Yeah, you're going to see a night and day difference from a controller to a steering wheel. Although, I mean, if you use a controller quite a bit, you're probably pretty good at it. I went from a keyboard to a wheel, like I said, over 10 years ago. It took me like a couple hours of gameplay before I even got used to the steering wheel. But I went from keyboard to steering wheel, also driving from third person to first person at the same time. So it's a big game changer for me, getting used to driving in this perspective. Don't know how much of the ocean we're going to get to see driving down this coast. Actually, if we look here, how far... Yeah, we're almost getting... I mean, we're almost right into the ocean when I go around this bend. Yeah, but we're riding the coastline all the way down to Cost Bay on Route 101. I, for one, I mean, I used to be comfortable with a controller. But then when I really got... I mean, the last console I had was PlayStation 3. And of course, that goes back to the early 2000s. And I really switched over to PC games after that. And every once in a while, I use a controller to play games, and I mean, I'm somewhat comfortable with it, but then again, I'm not comfortable with it, with a controller. But when it comes to driving, I definitely need to be using a steering wheel at this point. For a farm sim, or ATS, or SnowRunner. When I did Roadcraft a little while ago, I had to use a controller in that. Yeah, just trying to get used to all the buttons and all that kind of stuff. Takes a while. So yeah, if I have not been on this profile down to this area, that basically means I have not been here in over 4 years. Drivers is bringing in the money. We just got ourselves another driver today, so... Man, the early days of this series, just trying to earn $50,000 took many days, and now in like one day we can earn almost $50,000. Right lane ends. Alright. I'll get over. Cindy, do you see the coastline yet? No, she says no. Ah, there's the Pacific Ocean. Wasn't gonna say take a picture of that, but I mean, not much scenery behind it other than the ocean itself. Is there a... Is that a picture area or a scenic area? It looks like a scenic area. We'll stop at the scenic area and have a look. Because it's one I haven't seen before. I don't know if the scenic areas convert over from one profile to another. So we can see like a video reel coming up on the GPS. And it's grayed out, which means I have not seen it. Not sure if I'm off the road enough, but traffic is going by. And that's Cook's Chasm, maybe? Thor's Well. At least it shows in the bottom right-hand corner. Thor as well, but then it says Cook's Chasm. Nice little stop for me and Cindy to get out and stretch our legs. Alright, Cindy, you ready to go? I do have a delivery to get done here. Oh, doing a lot of cutbacks here. Turn it wide so my back end doesn't cross over the yellow line. How do I get to where your info, like the money at the bottom of the screen? That's called the minimal advisory something or other. Minimal advisory bar or something. Links should be in the description below for all the mods that I use. I only use about 10 mods, honestly. But if you click on that, it'll give you options also if you want it for the top of the screen, the bottom of the screen. It's made by Patrick, who also does the Realistic Economy mod, which I'm using. But all of his links to most of his mods on the workshop should be on that page. So it's easy for you to find them. But yeah, if you look in the description below, you should see one that says like minimal advisory something or other. Just 41 more miles to go. I'll be looking for ADM when I get to town. Alright, got one speeding ticket today. Let's try not to get another one. Might be a cop behind me somewhere. Waits for the day I go, oh, road rage? Not in ATS. My driving in ATS is a lot more... a lot more me than what I do in Farming Sim. But hello, Dactyle, welcome. Hope you're having a good Friday. Hope you had a good week. train just go through, or is a train coming through? Let's say a train is coming through. A slow train. Oh, hang on a second. If I do this right, right about there. Let's see if I can get a decent photo with my truck with a train coming. Power line's going to kind of ruin it. I would like a little bit more free range to take pictures. Cindy's not intrigued by the train at all. Doing okay, just catching up on everyone's vids and slap the like and adding watch time. We'll appreciate it. SnowRunner rage, and that should be... You can't have rage, and you can have rage in SnowRunner, but you can't as you're driving around, because it doesn't take much to get stuck, flip over in that game. You got to be very careful with SnowRunner and how much rage you have. If you get rage in SnowRunner, yeah, you might want to quit for the day. Cosbay. I haven't been here on this profile, so... Speed limit 20? What kind of town is this? No. Red car, aka someone in chat. You stay right where you are. Robert won't be back until the 3rd of May. Well, as long as he's doing okay, that's all that matters. Ah, 30 miles an hour. A speed boost. Tioga. I wonder if that's an actual place in Cosbay. I think ATS should maybe add small touches like graffiti on train cars like in real life. I'm trying to think, and I get what you're saying. I mean, I think they do have... Wait, do they have... I might be thinking of the wrong game. Maybe they don't have graffiti on buildings, or do they? I can't remember now. Paul F. minus $95. What? How do you get a minus 95? And it didn't say Paul F. return with no cargo. It just said Paul F. minus 95. Yeah, he's fine, just waiting for the internet. Tell you what, if my job didn't depend on me having internet, I could go without the internet for a while. I mean, we're dependent on the internet for quite a lot of things now in this world. But if the whole world lost internet for a week, it would not bother me. Because I could take a break from the internet pretty easily. Have I heard of Seclude 1 game? No, I have not, that I'm aware of. Yeah, made it around the corner just fine. Where am I going here? Straight ahead and then to the right. Well, I gotta make sure I leave myself a way to get in. Is this where I'm going in? Hang on a second. Let me put on my parking brake and we'll get out and walk here. Oh yeah, I'm going right there. Didn't have to get out and walk too far. Yeah, I mean, I could take photos in this mode here, because this is the dev mode. Yeah, you put the parking brake on, but left it in third gear, and then let out the clutch, and the engine didn't like that too much. Did I turn too late? No, you did not. Am I going to get in this gate? I think I got on the gate just fine. Hopefully this lines up for me. I don't think it's going to. Because that was a tight corner I had to make and get it lined up. It's not going to happen. Yeah, I think I've gone past where it needs to be. Alright, I think I'm going to try to back up. Let's see, that's going to turn that way. Which will turn that way. Which will turn the back one the same way I'm turning. There's actually 3 sections of this trailer. Yeah, this is where it's going to go. Oh! You know what? The game's happy. I'll be happy. Park and brake engine will decouple. Schedule 1. Can't spell. Well, either way, I haven't heard of that game at all. Schedule 1. Let me just see how our driver manager. Let me just scroll on down and see how is our new driver on the road. Show log. I mean, I just hired the poor guy this morning. But he's taken cables to... I have no idea where that is. Map view. So that's somewhere in Tennessee, apparently. So yeah, I got a few drivers on the coast-to-coast map. Oh, look at all the people up in Pennsylvania. There's Paul F. He's resting. He's not hauling a trailer. He gave up a cistern trailer, which sucks. Because he was bringing us in a lot of money. I don't know who has it now. I'm the only one out in the Pacific Northwest. I'm the only one up here. Yeah, so if we just have a look. I mean, I got one more truck to buy for the garage in St. Louis. If I look at... So now we're going to start getting a garage in every state. I guess I could work my way back to the West Coast. I mean, dude, it's Nebraska, Kansas, Oklahoma. I might count Alamosa as New Mexico just because it's so close. But I need one for Wyoming, Montana, Idaho, Washington, Oregon, Nevada. Yeah, a whole lot of garages I would need to get. Let's see. What time of day? What time? Where is it? 5 o'clock in the evening. And where am I at? We're in Coss Bay. And I was thinking about going down into California. Was thinking about going down into California. There's one to Oakland. I've taken like 2 loads today of articulated trailers. I didn't back up once at all so far today. Oh, wait, what was that? Modesto. How far is that one? That's a long drive. Santa Cruz, articulated. Reading, articulated. A lot of articulated trailers on the external contracts today. And I go on down. How far is that one? Ooh, that's all the way to Southern California. Even that's a 13-hour trip. Actually, I think that's maybe where I'm going to wrap it up for today. It's a lot of driving. And, yeah, we're almost not quite 3 hours in, but I think next time we'll probably cruise on down to California. As for an episode of ATS on Sunday, not sure yet since I streamed it today. Yeah, I took yesterday off from streaming, so I'm trying to get caught up on some real-life stuff and also get caught up on some recordings so I can even do some more outside work in real life in the house next week, which will be good because springtime is kind of almost here where I'm living at. And yeah, the outside, you don't work on the outside for 6 months. It starts to look a little rough. So I need to get outside and do some real life stuff. But I think that's going to wrap it up here for today. Tomorrow I should be streaming, and I think we're going to be streaming Farm Manager World. And honestly, the 2 streams I've done so far for that game have actually done rather well as for people watching it. It's like my top 2 videos currently in the past 30 days, which is kind of weird for that type of game. So I think tomorrow will be Farm Manager World. There will be an episode of Penier out tomorrow, although I will post that here probably a little bit after the stream. So if you are a channel member, you should have access to that sometime like in an hour or 2. So yeah, if you need a little farming simulator action, I will post that. Again, if you're a channel member, you'll have early access to it. But for everyone else, it'll be out tomorrow morning. Yeah, but tomorrow I think Farm Manager World. If you're wondering about Farming Simulator and Riverview, I'm planning to stream that on Monday. I shouldn't say plan unless I get an email over the weekend of a new game or something. But yeah, we'll be streaming Farm Sim 25 on Monday on Riverview, and I do expect that to be our last stream on Riverview. So that could be, it'll be however long it is until we get done with the harvest then. And as for Sunday, I don't know if I'll have an episode of anything on Sunday or not. I'll have to wait and see. But yeah, I'm going to head on out of here. A good 2 hours and 40 minutes of driving today in ATS. Not too bad. We bought ourselves a truck. Got ourselves another driver. That just means more income for us in the future. So appreciate everyone showing up today, watching me drive around the west coast of the U.S. And yeah, we'll see what we get in trouble next time we stream ATS, which will be sometime next week. I can only plan to Monday night right now. Actually, I can hardly plan for the next couple of hours, the way I keep changing my plans. But at least that's my schedule for the next, I think, until Monday anyways. But I appreciate everyone being here. And hopefully you have a good rest of your Friday, a good start to your Saturday. And hopefully I will see you tomorrow for Farm Manager World. But until then, have a good one.